Happy New Year, Lagos. The spate of fire accidents in our markets, let's talk about it. Across Lagos, billions of naira worth of goods have been destroyed. Livelihoods have been completely destroyed, and it's completely unacceptable. We've had one fire too many. These tragedies are not acts of God. They're largely avoidable, and they persist because of poor city planning, weak enforcement of safety standards, and entrenched corruption within our regulatory institutions. Sadly, the role of the central business district and local government authorities has solely been focused on revenue extraction rather than city management. And this is a gross failure and in many ways have led to these accidents. Emergency responders simply cannot access affected areas due to narrow roads, illegal structures, and chaotic layouts. City management is not just about empowering touts to collect levies that never translate into services. It's about planning cities for people with proper access roads, emergency corridors, functional drainage, and electricity infrastructure. All of this with clear safety layouts so that when firefighters need to respond, they can reach a burning market and the destruction can be extinguished. Unfortunately, in our situation, destruction becomes inevitable. Every market in Lagos must operate under clear, enforceable health and safety rules and features. These rules are collectively owned by the traders, the market associations, and the government, and should not be rules that are selectively enforced for the sake of collecting bribes. Fire extinguishers and fire blankets must be in stalls and clusters and must be mandatory. There should be clearly marked emergency exits and fire lanes that are kept free of obstruction at all times. And we must have regular electrical inspections to stop illegal wiring and overloading connections. Most of these fires somehow are linked to electrical faults or generators, and we must have this regulated and under control. There must be compulsory fire safety training for market leaders and shop owners. These measures that I'm talking about will not necessarily eliminate all risk, but they will dramatically reduce fire outbreaks and to limit the damage that hard-working Lagosians have to deal with every time we have a massive fire. It's extremely important to stress that it is unacceptable that major markets with thousands of traders rely on individual petrol and diesel generators. Last year, when we visited a major fire in Lagos Island, we found out that it was because of one generator that exploded and affected so many other generators. This is a fire hazard. It's an environmental disaster and a public health risk. Lagos must invest in solar mini grids for markets of that size. Our Lagos must be one that has centralized regulated power system and power storage solutions that's going to reduce generator usage, especially in situations where you have a cluster of users. We can no longer afford to view clean energy as something for big men or rich men or a luxury. Rather, we must look at it as a critical safety requirement. Lagos must significantly improve its fire response systems, and I urge the Lagos State government to look into what China is doing with firefighting drones that provide not only real-time data, aerial assessments of fires, but also identify hotspots through thermal imaging. And they actually have the capacity to drop fire-retardant materials in hard-to-reach areas, especially high-rises. There's going to be a video as part of this, so the government can see innovations in firefighting that they can embrace. These technologies will also help guide firefighters and limit the loss of lives, because our firefighters, we give them their credit and their praise, and it's ineffective for us to be losing lives of brave firefighters that are trying to put fires out. Lagos must pilot this technology. There are companies building drones, partner with those companies so you can create modern equipment and train personnel that can potentially fight fires with high rises and limit the loss of lives. Finally, ultra-modern markets might sound good in policy documents, but markets that traders cannot afford, that only simply displaces livelihoods and wastes public funds, should not be encouraged. Development must be inclusive. Lagos deserves markets that are safe, accessible, affordable, and resilient, not monuments to neglect, or monuments that catch fire and lead to the loss of lives and property. Lagos government adopt visionary technology, partner with technology companies that can actually use new technology to fight fires, and let's create a Lagos that's safe for all of us all. Our Lagos. Thank you. God bless you.